All right, as we get into it here, look what we're starting out with today. La Crosse holding on to shower activity, working into the forecast today. And then up to the north, you get into Eau Claire, you're going to be picking up some rain and snow mix popping into the picture. We'll also be seeing the northerly winds sneak in. The winds are going to be coming out of the north and the northwest, and they're going to be pushing at least for 20 to 30 miles per hour for some locations. But the wind gusts, 40 to 45 miles per hour for today. In fact, you can see this continuing to circle around the area. That's why you're seeing more of this snow that when it does hit, it's looking like it's coming in from the east and working to the west, and then slowly kind of dipping down to the southeast. And that's where we had most of the alerts today for dense fog. We've got the cloud cover that's here right now, overcast conditions still holding on to the area. It's kind of gloomy out there, and it's almost getting darker. We're holding on to the wind advisories you can see right about here. We'll carry over to that, and then you can see that you have the hazardous weather outlook. Normally that is all the way from Ladysmith, working back over to Volk Field, and then down into La Crosse, and then down to the south just before Decorah. And that's what happens. It doesn't usually show up, but you're going to be seeing that today. So we're looking at those winds, as I mentioned, 40 to 45 miles per hour, and you can see the locations that they're accepted there for a Coulee region getting into north central Iowa, as well as northeast Iowa, and getting into portions of southeast Minnesota. That being said, here's a look at those winds. My goodness, from 30s. Mile per hour winds kind of getting down to the 20s once we get in the 7 o'clock hour, slowly tapering down, but you can see near 30 by Lansing, all the way into areas by Viroqua, 30 mile per hour winds, in Black River Falls, 24. You're also seeing La Crosse here at 24. We'll go into at least the evening hours, and you're looking for the morning going overnight. We go into 7 a.m. for the kids going to school tomorrow. Yeah, it's around, say, 15 to 17 to 19 miles per hour in some cases, maybe 20 in some locations, but still coming out of that same vicinity. So we're getting some cooler winds. It's going to feel much cooler on your skin because of that northerly approach. And speaking of approach, here's that snowfall that continues to move into the picture. We go from Thursday all the way into the 4 o'clock hours here. You're going to be seeing these temperatures still holding on with a little light sprinkle to a shower or two, as well as a mix of rain and snow coming across the area from Eau Claire all the way back down to the south. As that happens, this all backs off, and most of the rain and snow has been pretty much all the way from Green Bay down to Beaver Dam. Now that continues to fill in with a break they get today. We'll go into tomorrow at 12:45 around the noon hour, holding on to 30s. We'll also be seeing temperatures continue all the way into the evening, going overnight. You see by Friday, more snow starts to pick up in the picture as we get closer to the midnight hour. Dry conditions all the way down to the south, and that skirts all the way to Hotlanta, back over to Raleigh, and then up into areas by Boston. Well, as we get into the snow, though, today, this is what we've started already at this morning, from the midnight hour. By now, we'll get into the at least 2 to 4 to 8 inches of snow. Everybody else in our region holding on to at least an inch or less. We're also picking up the rain tracker. We'll put this into motion for you. You can see the rain as it looks like it's coming from the east, as I mentioned. A 1/4 of an inch, maybe in some locations, to a 1/2 an inch down in Madison. And we're about maybe just about, like I mentioned before, 1/2 an inch to an inch. We're going to continue to dry you out, going into highs for today, 30s and 40s. So that's not too bad. Tomorrow will be at least some 40s and the 30s. And then we get out of this and we'll finish out holding on to your conditions. Looking for 43 today, 44 for tomorrow. Sunny and mild conditions coming in for tomorrow. Also drying out as well. We go into it. Rainfall comes back by Monday of next week, and then we may have some more coming back with all that rain and snow coming back away from the west coast.
All right, Art, thank you.
Yeah.